This is the first time I've ever spoken to a group of people. So I'm a little bit nervous. And I've asked the Lord to calm me down a little bit so I don't look like an idiot up here. But I want to tell you a story. And it's about me. And it's a long story, but I'll shorten it up because it all began 93 days ago. I was arrested, handcuffed, put in the back of a police car, and taken to jail. And because I was drunk, they got me for drunken driving. Now that's the beginning of the story. I was embarrassed for myself, for my family, for my children. I can't tell you the emotions that run through your soul when that happens to you. But it happened to me. And that night, I could not sleep at all. I was just miserable. And about 2 o'clock in the morning, the Lord came into the bedroom. He was there. I spoke to him like I'm speaking to you. And I told him everything about me. He listened. He granted me peace. I can't explain the goodness that was in my heart. But Jesus Christ came into my heart, and I couldn't even mention his name before. Well, he came back the next night. That was Thursday night. And the same thing. And we talked for hours. I asked him to clean my heart out, to get the junk out of my heart and my soul. And he said he would. He said something else to me. He said, I'll be with you. I'll stay with you. No matter what happens, you call on me, and I'll be there. And I don't know. Well, the third night came, and I asked the Lord, could you give me a break? Because I was so tired. I had slept the 2 nights. And he said, yeah, okay, pretty much so. I'll let it go tonight. And that was the start of a recovery. I joined AA, Alcoholics Anonymous. I don't know if you know what that is. Which I won't spend a lot of time on, but it saved my life. I've been to a meeting every single day, except Sunday when I go to church. Now the reason I'm telling you this is because my dependency on alcohol goes back many years. When I was in the Army, I went to Vietnam, and I was a medic. And you saw things that you don't want to talk about. And I'm not giving you excuses because there are none. But drinking was the only way I got out of thinking about that stuff all the time. When I got out, I thought about it all the time. Drinking. When I married my wife, who's a saint, believe me, she put up with me for a lot of years. 41 years. I drank. I didn't drink in bars. I didn't drink, with my friends. I drank alone. Always alone. And I drank to sleep. But I'd only get 2 or 3 hours sleep, and that would be it. And, it takes away everything. Liquor destroys your heart. It destroys your soul. And what I found out, that alcoholics die from alcoholism. They have heart conditions, they have liver problems, they have all kinds of serious medical problems. For some reason, I never got sick from it. Yet I know lots of people in AA who are a lot younger than me have been hospitalized near death, and maybe they got the message, maybe they didn't. But God told me he had something for me to do. Because I wouldn't be here if he didn't. I am 75 years old, and I did not believe what they were saying in church. I didn't believe it for 41 years. I thought it was just a bunch of silly stuff. And then he came into my life. And Jesus Christ, I'm amazed because I'm not a Christian. I was born Jewish. And we did not believe in Jesus Christ. And my wife, of course, is a Nazarene. But I could not believe in Jesus. I just couldn't believe it. But that night, I can't explain it. He changed everything. He worked. Excuse me. It's unbelievable what I believe now. I walk with him every day. I realize I have a lot of things to change. It doesn't come overnight. It doesn't come, when other things go through your mind, when things go bad, it doesn't come. But if you ask him for help, he'll be there. He's never let me down. Whenever I've had a desire to drink, I ask Jesus, please come into my life and take it away. And every single time, he's taken it away. He is, you have all been very good Christians all your life, and I've never been. And I am so proud that I have a chance now. 75, if I live to be 76, I'm fine. If I go to be 100, I'm fine. But I will be there with Jesus the whole time. And, a lot of people aren't. A lot of people don't believe it. A lot of people, and I see them every day, think that, they're not believing in God. I tell them in the AA meetings, and they say this, if you don't believe in God, you're not going to get better. I'll always be an alcoholic every day of my life. I'll always be one. But I won't drink again. Amen. I won't put the poison in my system that is. I think, let me see if I can get my meetings here. When I was arrested, the police were very nice. They actually were very nice to me. And the one thing the policeman said as he wrote me down and took me down to jail, he says, get some help. And Dan came right out there. Dan Vanderpool is one of the finest men I've ever met. That's right. And he's been with my friend for 41 years. And I got to say this, everybody that I've met in the church has been on my side. And if you don't think that matters, it does. Everybody that I've met has not turned their back on me. Has not told me, I don't want to talk to them anymore. I'm not interested in them anymore. They have all been just incredible. And when you have people in the church that's praying for you, and when you have people in AA which are praying for you, now these people in AA are a little different because they don't talk the way you talk. Their language is a little bit rough, but they mean well. They're praying for me. And, when you have that kind of help, you're not going to lose. You are not going to lose. Because you can go to these people and ask them anything. Dan has been there, like I say, he's been there for 41 years. He didn't come in yesterday and say, hey, I'm here, I want to help you. He's always been there. And he had an inkling in his heart that I needed help. Alcoholics don't come out and say, I'm drunk, I need your help. They're a quiet bunch. And I was quiet. I don't know if any of you knew me at the time or knew that I was drinking, but I was. I didn't drink in church. I didn't drink when my kids were in the car. But every day for 50 years, I had a bottle of vodka. Sometimes 2. And occasionally 3. It takes a hold of you. And every time you think you'll beat it, you won't. Every time you think, I've got this, I won't drink anymore, I'll put it down for a couple of days, it comes back. It's insatiable. It's a monster that you cannot believe. but I will not drink anymore.
Praise God.
Because Jesus Christ is on my side. And if you don't believe that, I feel sorry for you. That's all I can tell you. Because it is incredible what he has done for me. 90 days, actually 93 days, I have not had a drink. I've had very little desire to drink. But when I've had, I ask Jesus every day, come alongside me. You know, alcoholism is like being in a boat in an ocean, and you're the only one in it. And that's what I was. I was on a boat, and it was sinking, because it was going down, and I was going with it. And then Jesus, he walked on water. He came over me and walked on water. He walked through the water and came to the boat. And he said, it's okay. I'll handle it. Can you beat that? Can you see a man doing that?
That's wonderful.
He was incredible. I can't say enough about it.
Thank you.
I am a new believer. But there were 41 years in this church that I think, and I know, that Christ was really in me. But I didn't let him know. There were people that were saying things, and I knew that Jesus was there, but I wouldn't let him know. And he does not come to your heart without you inviting him. He's not going to say, I'm here. It doesn't work like that. But when I invited him into my heart, he came with all his force. He came with bugles blaring, horses, cavalry, you name it. He saved me.
Amen.
And I'm 75 years old, and I've got whatever time I got left, I don't know. But I tell you one thing, I am a champion of Jesus Christ.
Amen.
He is the one that will save me. He has done things for me. I cannot tell you how my life has changed. And I want to let you know that it's incredible to be part of that army, those people. I am testifying tonight because I need to. I need to let you know how I feel. I just want to thank the Lord for everything he's given me. I thank my wife because she sits there and has been so good. She's put up with me for 41 years. No, I wasn't a mean guy. I didn't, rant and rave around the house. But she knew I was drinking. And she knew why. But she just put up with me and prayed. And hoped prayers were answered. And, I've told a lot of people that I'm a drunk. That's what I am. I don't make any bones about it because you can't. You are what you are. I've got to tell my sister, who will be here in a couple of weeks. She's laughing, and I'm not too crazy about that. But, she'll let, that's the way it is, I'll have to tell her. But, I just love being a Christian.
Amen.
And I love being part of this church. And I love the people in this church. I can honestly say that for the first time. I didn't think much of anybody, including myself. But I realize that you people, you're real people. You are real, legitimate, honest to goodness Christians. And when you get those kind of people around you, you get better. I will testify that. I will swear to that. Backstabbing, backpedaling, liquor is very, very common. In other words, a lot of people stop drinking, and then they go again and start drinking again. And it doesn't happen in 90 days. It happens in 10, 12, 20, 30 years. There are people in there that are, started all over again. It's because after 30 years they thought they'd beat it. And that's what they have to tell you. You can't beat it without Jesus Christ. If you think you can, you can't. If you think you can beat this disease, which is so bad, because you didn't drink for 10 years, 15 years, you won't beat it. It will come up, it will bite you, it will take you down, it will ruin your life. But I know I have Jesus now.
Amen.
And with him, I'm not worried about it. With him, he is the one that will take me through, right to the end. I will never touch it again. I will never. Because Jesus Christ is with me. And I bless you all. If you have any questions, I'll try to answer them. I was going to go longer, but I'm running out of words. Thank you very much.
Amen.